Hello, good people, hello. Make yourselves comfortable and listen. The 10 greatest mysteries in the world. One has already been solved. The past is in no hurry to show its cards. As archaeologists dig, discoveries give rise to more and more debates. And the truth remains somewhere out there, behind the curtain of centuries, mocking our attempts to grasp it. 8 of the greatest mysteries that continue to haunt humanity's finest minds. 1. The flood. The Sumerians wrote about it. The Jews did too. The Greeks, the Indians, the Chinese, the peoples of North and South America all have legends about a great flood that destroyed the world. Coincidence, or a memory of a real event passed down from generation to generation? Scientists tend toward the second option. Around 5600 BC, the level of the Mediterranean Sea rose, and water poured into the basin of what would become the Black Sea with tremendous force. The coastline was flooded within days. Entire settlements sank underwater. People fled, saving whatever they could. The catastrophe was so massive that it settled into humanity's collective memory and turned into myths about the wrath of the gods and a world flood. But this is only a hypothesis. There is no definitive proof, too. King Arthur, did he even exist? The Round Table, Camelot. The Sword in the Stone, Merlin, a beautiful story that has inspired poets and knights for centuries. But was there a real prototype? Most likely, the name Arthur conceals a collective image of several British leaders who fought against the Anglo-Saxon invasion in the 5th-6th centuries. Were there charismatic figures among them who united different tribes? Certainly, but history does not know a specific person named Arthur, king of all Britain. The legend has swallowed reality, and it is no longer possible to separate the two. 3. Alexander the Great. He conquered half the world. He defeated the Persians. He reached India. And suddenly, at the age of 32, death. Sudden, mysterious, giving rise to dozens of theories. Malaria. Perhaps he contracted a fever in the swamps of Babylon. Poisoning. He had enough enemies with motives. The consequences of drinking and injuries. A body worn down by years of war, and travel may simply have given out. Some ancient authors hint at divine punishment. He was too proud, considered himself a god. Modern doctors suggest possibilities ranging from pancreatitis to Guillain-Barré syndrome. The mystery is deepened by the disappearance of the conqueror's tomb. Where Alexander is buried remains unknown. 4. Why did the plague strike so selectively? Mid-14th century. Europe is devastated by the Black Death. 1/3 of the continent's population dies within a few years. Cities empty. Villages disappear entirely. But here is the mystery. How could the disease erupt simultaneously in regions separated by thousands of kilometers? Why did recurring epidemics follow the same routes as the first? Why were some cities devastated while others were barely affected? Modern geneticists study the DNA of medieval plague victims, trying to understand the mechanism of its spread. But there are no definitive answers. The medieval pandemic still keeps its secrets. 5. The treasures of the Knights Templar. The year is 1307. King Philip of France defeats the Templar Order. The knights are arrested, tortured, burned at the stake. The order is destroyed, and its immense wealth, gold, silver, relics, vanishes without a trace. Where is it? Legends say the Templars managed to remove the treasure before their arrest. Ships carrying it sailed in an unknown direction. One version points to Oak Island in Canada, where a mysterious Moni pit has been searched for centuries. Others name Scotland, Portugal, even Ethiopia. But no one has found the treasure. Perhaps it never existed. 6. The Bolshevik coup revolutions require money. A lot of money. Where did the Bolsheviks get it? There are many versions. The German general staff, interested in Russia's withdrawal from the war. Wall Street bankers planning to reshape the global economy. British industrialists fearing a strong Tsarist Russia. Russian Old Believer merchants seeking revenge. Documents are scarce. Traces have been carefully erased. The truth is likely somewhere in between. Funding came from various sources, each with its own interests. But there is no complete picture, and perhaps there never will be. 7. The Great Migration of Peoples. What drove them? 4th, 7th century AD. Entire tribes leave their homes and move westward, sweeping everything in their path. The fall of the Western Roman Empire follows. The map of Europe is redrawn. Why? Overpopulation, climate cooling and famine, pressure from the Huns, the desire for wealth by emerging tribal elites. Most likely, a combination of all factors was at work. But there is no complete picture. There were too few sources, and events were too chaotic. The history of this period is full of blank spots. 8. The homeland of the Indo-Europeans. Why do languages from Iceland to India resemble each other? Where did the spread of Indo-European speaking peoples begin? Today, the Kurgan hypothesis leads the homeland lies in the steppes of the Black Sea region and the Volga area, about 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. From there, tribes spread in all directions, carrying their language and culture. But the debate continues. Geneticists, linguists, and archaeologists propose alternative versions. Anatolia, the Balkans, Central Asia. There is no definitive answer. 9. The Voynich Manuscript. It is known as the most mysterious medieval manuscript, containing descriptions of flora and fauna and written in an unknown language in the 15th century. Decades ago, it was suggested that it may be written in one of the Aztec languages. Who in 15th century Europe would have known such a language? Why are there strange diagrams of an astronomical and biological nature? Is it true that the manuscript contains a cipher hiding secrets about the world? Linguists have yet to give a final verdict, but scientists are already certain the manuscript does contain some kind of message. 10. The Lost English Colony in 1590. The entire English colony on Roanoke Island in North America disappeared without a trace, leaving only one word carved into wood. C-R-O-O-N. Roanoke Island, located off the Atlantic coast of what is now the U.S. state of North Carolina, is the scene of one of the deepest and longest-lasting mysteries in early New World history. What happened? Massacre by local tribes, famine and disease, escape or evacuation. Today, more than 400 years later, scientists believe the mystery of the lost colony is finally close to being solved. The truth appears to be assimilation, merging with local Native American tribes, specifically the Croatoan people. They moved to the neighboring island of Hatteras, then called Croatoan, where numerous copper rings, iron knives, and blacksmithing tools, uncharacteristic of local culture, have been discovered. Genetic tests show the presence of European DNA markers in some members of the tribe. Thus, under conditions of hunger, isolation, and geographic uncertainty, joining a local tribe may have been the most reasonable and humane decision. The Roanoke Colony was never truly lost. It simply chose to live in a new way.